Hi friend, I am Lee Keckner. Welcome to day number 16 of Coming Home, 33 days of self-care, the best care that we can do while we're on this planet. If you would please join me for 3 grounding breaths on this beautiful day. Maybe if you would just start with your eyes closed, uncross your legs, and if you're comfortable with it, bring your hand to your heart area. And just take a moment to think of something that you are grateful for, that you are in gratitude for in your life. Whether it's the birds that are singing right now here at my house, or if it's a relationship you're in, or your animal, or your job, or your husband, or a kid. What are you in gratitude for? And then maybe even allow yourself to be in gratitude for the things that feel heavy or bad. And that we can be in gratitude for those as well, knowing that they are showing up to teach us something. So I am in gratitude of the good and the bad today, because all of it makes up who I am. If you would join me by breathing in through your nose, holding for 2, and out through your mouth. In through your nose, hold, and out through your mouth. In through your nose, hold for 2, and out through your mouth. In through your nose, hold for 2, out through your mouth. I love the simplicity of coming into the present moment that's available to us. You guys, today we're going to talk about plop. I like that word, plop in a positive. Plop in a positive. And this section is becoming your new best friend. And you also know that this is a 33-day process, this coming home. And the reason I picked 33 days, not only because it's my favorite number, but because in your brain, you can start to create new neural pathways if you do something for 30 days. If you do it over 30 days, those pathways solidify. So basically, if you have the same negative thought in your brain every day going, and you take that one negative thought and you pull it out, and you plop in a positive thought, and you feed that positive thought every day, that positive thought starts to go into a new area of your brain, which is more beneficial and healthy for your well-being all over, all of your body and your life. So it starts to create this new neural pathway, and we keep doing it, and we keep doing it. Soon that will become a new neural pathway that automatically happens, and the old one will shrink. We can reshape and rewire our brains by doing this work that seems kind of fun and easy. Not really easy, but seems kind of fun and no big deal. We are actually rewiring our brain, which creates a new body and a new world for us. So this is pretty cool stuff. We're reprogramming our brain. So in our brain, we have these loops that play. And I think I've said before that we have about over 50,000 thoughts every day. Most of the thoughts are repetitive, and a lot of those repetitive thoughts are negative. And they are looping and looping and looping. And what is looping in our brain is affecting our body. So it's so interesting to think that we can stop the loop. And this is what we're going to do today. We're going to pick one negative thought. I don't want anything to be too big that it's I can't do this. One negative thought that you have. We're going to identify one thought in your loop that goes over and over, and it's probably been going since you were a child. And we're going to pull it out, and we're going to replace it with a new thought, a positive thought, which will begin a new neural pathway in our brain as we each day water that thought and let the other weed die out. So when you're with your friend and you say something bad about yourself, your friend normally turns it into a positive. Like if I would say, I'm so forgetful, my friend might say, yes, that's why you're fun. And I know you won't be mad at me tomorrow because you probably won't remember. Or if you say, I'm fat, your friend could say, your butt looks juicy in those workout pants. Or if I say, I talk too much, that's why I'm friends with you, because I always know where I stand. And when we go to parties, I don't have to worry about starting conversations. I just stand behind you and I get the benefit from it. So friends have a way of the things that we normally beat ourselves up with the bullshit stories, to go, it's not so bad what you think. So we're going to do that for ourselves today because we are learning to become our new best friend. We're learning to the things that we do for other people, like clockwork. We encourage them, we uplift them, we support them, we hug them, we cry with them. We're going to start doing that for ourselves. We are going to be our own new best friend. All negative emotions we have are reflected immediately in our bodies. When we are stressed and think depressing thoughts, we experience problems sleeping. We are tense. We become anxious and feel unhappy with everything in life. It affects everything. When we get rid of a negative thought, we get rid of that physical result in our body as well. A positive thought is a proven way to boost self-worth and happiness. When I hear comments or I read research about that, a positive thought is a proven way to boost self-worth and happiness? Wait a second. All I have to do is have a positive thought and water that thought and guide that thought around and remember that thought, and I can be happier? Like the little tiny things that we have available to us to tweak our body, our physical well-being, and our happiness. It's unbelievable. Okay, so we could try like this. You can flip your thing like this. I am fat. Instead, you could say, I am healthy and strong. So every day you could go, you put on your jeans, suck in your stomach, zip them up. I am healthy and strong, right? I am breathing. I am alive. I am healthy and strong. Screw, I am fat. Here's another one, and this is something that I deal with. I am not ready for this task. I can switch that to, I was born to do this task, right? How empowering. I'm not ready for this task. I was born to do this task. It even feels like a power stance. Okay, so the other day I was talking about doing a retreat or a conference or speaking, and somebody said, well, you might want to get a movement person in. And I thought, a movement person? What does that mean? They go, you know, somebody who can do something like yoga or Reiki or blah, blah, blah. And my spinning, right, my unworthiness starts, my loop kicked in full gear. Was so excited that that person said that it got to start spinning. And I thought, oh shit, do I have to go now learn how to do Reiki or freaking yoga to do a conference? And then I go, wait a second, there's my crazy. I'm going to push pause on the crazy. Who do I like to listen to? Eckhart Tolle. Wait a second, he sits his ass in a chair and he barely even talks anymore because he's all about presence and stillness and space. He's sitting his ass in a chair, he's not moving at all, and people are showing up for his silence. I don't have to do shit to do what I want to do. I just have to do it. So you see how our mind immediately goes into, I'm going to screw you mode. And then we can go, oh, wait a second. I can replace, I have every single thing I need right now to do what I want to do. I am born to do this task. So I could flip it that quickly. Positive thinkers, and you know, positive thinkers, I'm positive, I'm a positive thinker. You know, thinking about it like that or making light of it or rolling your eyes is such a disservice to give yourself, because positive thinkers cope better with stress and faster. They have better health. They live longer. They have better relationships, more friends, and more people wanting to have sex with them because they are giving off the energy of confidence and happiness, and that's what people want to be around. And they're more confident, they're more successful because they're open to learning and trying new things. Overall, positive people have a happier life. We are able to retrain our brains to positivity. That's when you can, and that's when you can realize you can do whatever the hell you want with your life. You are not a victim of your circumstance. You can choose a new thought, which will change your body, which will give off different energy to the world, which will have the world respond to you differently. You are in charge of your life, having ownership, or I say ownership, owning your shit, having ownership of your life. You are driving your car. What are you programming in it? All right. Oh, and I just put, remember the law of attraction. If a person thinks positive, she attracts more positive in her life, more positivity of events and people, everything. So what is spinning in your loop? Think about it. Think about it for a moment. What is your thought that F's you? What derails you? What holds you back? What makes you feel inadequate? Or what supports your old story of unworthiness? What is your thought? I'm fat, I'm tired, I'm too old, I'm not skinny enough, I'm not funny enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not. By the way, you can do whatever the hell whenever you want, and you got to ask for what you want. I just asked my husband if when he goes to Kansas City for Memorial Day weekend, if I could open for him. And he's always kind of rolled his eyes that I'm even doing stand-up like I'm in his turf. And he said yes. And he asked the club, and they said yes. And now I'm opening for my husband doing stand-up, and I'm adding that to my bucket list as I go. So you can do anything that you want. I'm 52 years old, and I'm going to open for my husband. How fun is that? I started stand-up at 50. How fun is that? Allow yourself the freedom to shove away your negative bullshit and to rewrite it and be fresh with yourself. All right, pick your one predominant negative thought. Mine is, I'm not enough to do what I want. I have to get training in Reiki or something. Bullshit. I have everything I need. You have everything you need to do what you dream of. And by the way, you are not given a dream unless you have the capacity to make the dream come true. You are not given a dream that you are not able to grab and make come true. And that was said by somebody, the famous person, and I can't remember who. I don't know who. I'll look it up. Anyway, know that. If there's a dream in there, it's because you're supposed to be moving towards it, not because you're supposed to derail yourself with your negative thoughts. All right, think about your thing, write it down, and write a new thing, an opposite positive thought, okay? And then each time that thought comes, you are going to pull it out, literally imagine shoving a pencil into your loop, stopping it, and then pulling out that one thought, because we don't have to do too much. We just want to do one little baby step at a time. Pull out that thought. So I'm going to pull out, I don't have enough to be on stage like Tony Robbins, although he does walk. I'm not going to do that. And I'm going to say, I have everything I want to be on stage like Tony Robbins. Everything. And plop that back in and feel empowered and recharged, and my body will respond, and so will the world. It's simple. It's so simple. The power that we have to shift our life. That's it, you guys. I want you to think about your predominantly negative thought, I'm fat, and I want you to replace it with, I am strong and healthy. I am breathing. I am alive. I am on this planet for a reason, and by golly, I'm going to own my body. I'm strong and healthy. That's so much better than I'm fat. I'm fat is so boring and tired. And by the way, I say that kind of stuff to myself, so I'm just saying, we all say stupid stuff to ourselves. And I'm a few pounds overweight, and I have a tweaked shoulder right now, but not overweight, but then how I feel my best. And then my mind goes, oh my gosh, you're fat. You can't even wear this pants. You can't. And I'm like, fuck that. I've made some choices and I've overindulged, and I'm going to rein it back in. So I am healthy and strong. Mine is, I have everything I need. Flip your thing. Share it here if you would like to. What your negative thought, your predominant negative thought is, and what your replacement thought is. And then work with that. Every time you notice, oh shoot, I'm spinning. Let me stop my spinning. Oh, there's that thought. I have everything I need. Pull out the old, stick in the new. Let's today start creating a new neural pathway to positivity and start shriveling the one that sucks. Here is my quote. I feel a little bit happier each time I replace a shitty thought with a positive one. That's easy, right? Please remember to have your journal and spend 3 to 5 minutes today with younger you. Put your hand on your heart, picture yourself when you were younger or when you were feeling vulnerable or alone, and say, hey, I'm here. What do you want to tell me today? And then give yourself a little bit of love, something nice at the end. Every day do that, because then we're creating a new relationship for 33 days with our younger selves, which means we're healing and we're no longer being held captive or derailed by our old hurts and stories. All right, you guys, kick ass. This is fun. I like it. Dear God, thank you for each fresh moment. Thank you for simple tools that we have in front of us to make a difference in our life, to change our life. Thank you that we know that we can be empowered, that we are not a victim of what comes before us, but how we move through it is what's important, and how we treat ourselves when we move through it. Let us move with grace and ease and treat ourselves with gentleness. I'm thankful for every obstacle, and I'm thankful for all of my life, the good and the bad, because the bad ends up being pretty good in the end. I'm sending love and light out to everyone watching, everyone who's hurting, everyone who's having body ailments, that you would just comfort and hold them in the palm of your hand. Amen. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow for day number 17. I think that means we're halfway through, right? My gracious me. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.